Well, good morning. I'm sitting at my little Bernina, not so little, KL117 today, and I'm doing an alteration or a repair, really. So what happens if you've got a shirt that you really love with a collar and it looks like this? Well, you simply unpick the shirt. I take my seam ripper and I take the collar off completely. So this is the collar removed from this shirt here. Tidy it up and take all the threads off. Now you're left with a collar which needs to have a repair or a patch done on it. So all I do is find a lovely contrasting fabric or a similar fabric that you can use. In this case, this goes really well with this shirt and I'm going to use that. I cut a strip a bit longer than the actual collar so it can overlap. I fold it in half. This is purely up to you how wide you make it. If you want more visible fabric of the repair, you make it taller. And if you want it shorter, obviously it can just stick out as well, which is not a problem. Once you've cut the strip, I fold it in half and give it a really good press halfway so that you've got a crease. And then what I've done is I've measured up. In this case, I've just used the seam gauge and I have measured up from the bottom of the collar. So where it goes into the collar stand. Let me just get this out of the way. And I've measured up 3 centimeters and I've placed the pressed line onto that line. So if you want, you could draw a line all the way down your collar and then line this up over it. And then once you've done that, you're going to stitch that in place. But at the end, what you're going to do is you're going to take this extra bit at the end of your collar. So there's the collar there. And I'm going to fold it over nice and tight to the opposite side. And I'm going to start stitching here on the pin line in this case. And yours could be a drawn line as well, and I'm going to repeat that on the other side as well. I'm going to tuck that under and then stitch it down. And we'll come back when that is done and I'll show you what I do next. So I've stitched all the way along that line, tucked in the both ends, and now you're going to pull this down to cover up that seam, and we're going to do another stitching line along the top there, top stitch all the way down so that that stays nicely in place. Okay, so we've now stitched top stitching all the way along that sewn edge there and down here. So what I've done is underneath here I've just tucked it in neatly so that you don't see it. So when you're rolling it over to the back, just tuck it in as well so that you get a nice neat edge. Now we are going to place this back onto the shirt, into the collar stand. I'm going to come back once it is pinned in place and show you on this particular one how much of it is sticking out above the collar stand. What I did was I've just trimmed this extra piece of fabric, our repair, down a little bit more, because that line is the original stitching line of the collar, where the collar goes into the collar stand. So I've just made it a little bit wider. You don't have to, you could trim it down to back to where it was originally, all the way along here. But hopefully it fits in. The only place you're going to have a little bit of a possible trim is on the collar stand. Let's go there, where the buttonhole is. So when you put it in here and you tuck it between your collar, your 2 parts of your collar stand, you might have this buttonhole here stitching a little bit in the way. So what you may need to do is when you put it into the collar stand, you may need to trim this corner off. But we'll see how we go. If necessary, we'll do that afterwards. I've done some beautiful pinning here. I'm going to show you. That's where the buttonhole is on that side. And the important thing, if you're going to pin and not tack, tacking is really good if you're nervous about it moving, is that pin, once it's in, needs to be on the stitching line there, because there's going to be 2 stitching lines, one there and one here. But if you flip it over, the pin needs to be into the back part of the collar stand. If it isn't, it's going to ride off the edge and you'll have a gaping hole on the side. So make sure when your pins are in that they're pinning it through both layers and that both layers are going to get caught. Now, after all this lovely pinning, I just checked my work. I've started unpinning it because I've put the collar back in upside down. This fancy bit is meant to be on the other side so that when you roll your collar over, you see it. There you go. Okay, now we have stitched all the way around. I normally start here in the middle of the collar and then I go around and I've come down here, just made sure I've anchored the stitching where I've unpicked, come down a couple of stitches, maybe just one actually, and then gone all the way back around in a big rectangle. And you can see now that the collar is absolutely gorgeous. And when you fold it back, you're going to have this beautiful detail on your collar. Now, you've done the lovely repair you needed to do, but if you're not happy with just having the collar with a contrast on, you can do all sorts of things. And on this particular shirt, I've added the same beading on the cuff of the shirt. So there you go. So now it's got a little bit of that on each cuff, which is literally just a rectangle I've sewn around of the same fabric. The other shirt I did for him, I actually completely removed all of the buttons and I stitched over the button band. I stitched a whole new button band, and that in the same color as that one on that other shirt. And then I've sewn the buttons back on. So there's lots of different ways you could do adding on an embellishment. Another way, if you've got a pocket, you could put another little strip along the top of the pocket, and it could be really, really fine. So I've got this is about 1 centimeter or so here on the collar, but if you wanted to, you could make it stick out just a little bit so it looks more like piping than actually that, and you have then a perfectly serviceable shirt for another few years. I hope you've enjoyed that little project. Sorry about if that's flickering. I'm not sure if that's the shirt or my light. I think it's the light. I've switched the machine's light off, and now you can see you've got this really lovely design on here. And Liberty Fabrics, which are Tana lawns or Tana lawns from Lake Tana, are really lovely for this because they're super fine. And I hope you've enjoyed that. Bye.